right, so not the first time he has been the #1 bantamweight contender, but most would argue this is a totally different beast than the man who arrived in a championship setting prior. Your thoughts on the #1 contender coming in here tonight?
You know, when you get here, you find an opportunity to try and become the man. But if it doesn't work out, you got to find your way back. That's exactly what this guy did. Not many believe that he would find his way back to this championship. He has, but now he understands that this will be the last chance. Last chance to become the champion. He cannot miss this opportunity. It's all or nothing for this guy walking into the octagon.
As some might say, don't be Russell Westbrook, right? Don't get to the NBA Finals one time, you gotta get back.
There twice. You gotta get there twice.
All right, here he is, folks. You know who he is, the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world. And as much as his focus is firmly on this title defense here tonight, he did say in our fighter meeting, I want to go down as one of the all-time greats, and he just might.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, though, you got to continue to win. He has every intention of doing that. He has said time and time again that I'm not just here for right now. I'm here forever. So even when I'm gone, people will remember me. In order to be remembered, though, you've got to stack up those championship defenses. And he has already started to do it. He intends to keep that rolling tonight.
We talk about guys like Dominic Cruz and Aljamain Sterling, and this man believes skill for skill. He's better than both of those guys. Another chance to prove it tonight. Don't shoot the messenger.
Some of these guys,
Well, a lot of us remember when this arena was erected, and a lot of UFC history has played out here since. Etihad Arena sold out tonight in Abu Dhabi for the latest UFC pay-per-view. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jimmie El Terror Rivera. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Renan, the Baron, Barao.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready.
All right, well, the energy is absolutely palpable. This building really becoming a great venue for the UFC, Etihad Arena here in Abu Dhabi.
I mean, I just love everything about Etihad Arena. From the entryway to the fans standing alongside the streets as you get there, to the hotel. I mean, Abu Dhabi now is one of those places which was Fight Island. It's Fight Island still, but now the fans come out and join.
And you know, a lot of fans love competing in Las Vegas, but Abu Dhabi has sort of become that second destination for athletes on this roster. Looking to compete in a special place, this is certainly that. Lands a jab. Punches in bunches as he lands another combination there. Really doing a nice job stringing his shots.
He's doing a great job of stringing the shots together and also just mixing up the target and the attacks. Great job finding different places for his strikes to land.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands. Don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side.
Oh, this could do it.
Oh, just open it up on him now. Ooh. Nice leg kick. Big right hand.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here.
Great job getting that punch to the target.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Just out of range with that left hook. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round. Beautiful timing and placement to land the flying knee. Nice. Nicely done. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
All right, take a seat, relaxa, respira. Olha, você está sendo muito agressivo na luta, tá? Entende que você tem que focar.
All right, so a crowd-pleasing 5 minutes in the books. DC, take us through some of the highlights, man.
Punch after punch landed right on his opponent's face. He did a great job of finding his target, locking in, and then getting his fist to the target in that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far.
Big elbow. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Missed with that right hand.
He's got that single collar tie locked in.
Elbow now blocked by Rivera. And potentially a critical takedown here. Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, no surprise there as he lets his opponent stand back up. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Nice job to get the guard up there as the strike is blocked by Barao. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some hands, you can fall in love with those.
You can fall in love with the striking, but he is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. He gives you the level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing tonight. When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Oh, man, it ain't Dikembe Mutombo, but he is blocking all these shots coming his way.
Man, get that out of here. He sees it coming. You're going to have to mix it up.
Shake that finger.
Shake that finger.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But there's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Barao's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. 10 minutes in the can. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, pretty good back and forth action in the previous 2 rounds. Your expectations here as this next round gets underway?
I expect the action to really pick up now. These guys have to lay it on the line as we start to approach the end of the fight.
Rivera's strike attempt there is blocked. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here and just continues to punish his opponent's body here in this round, just like he did in the previous one.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. Right? He should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut. Now it's on him to continue on the path and make the ringside position come in here and try to stop his fight.
Great work here from the bottom fighter. Rivera gets up. He is back on the feet here. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
We passed the midpoint here of the fight. Effective use of the jab there by Renan Barao. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you... Oh, bad.
What's that?
He's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Oh, when you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, that's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position, unreal to see.
Barao's eye appears to be closing up by the second. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Final 30 seconds of this third round. Big elbow there, lands. Ten seconds now to go in the round. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship round. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? You ready?
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Rivera's really targeting that cut right now, and why not? He has opened up his opponent. Might as well continue to attack that particular area.
Oh! That'll do it! Oh, my goodness!
I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
And here once more, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 2 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Jimmie El Terror Rivera.
All right, well, nothing lucky about it. Congratulations to the highly skilled new UFC bantamweight champion of the world, and I would think he's got the potential to reign for some time.
He told anyone that would listen he would become the champion, and not only would he become the champ, he would stay the champ. Let's see what happens next as he starts his UFC title reign.